Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Hi Hind, your daily boost. Highlights from Indian and global history along with Tithi, Nakshatra, major global events and notable birth and death anniversaries of 23rd July 2026, Thursday. Bengali date 6 শ্রাবণ 1433 Mr. Sri Madan Gupta Punjika. Today's Tithi is Shukla Navami and up to 0858 hours and after that Shukla Dashami. Today's Nakshatra it's Swati Nakshatra and up to 0202 hours and after that Visakha Nakshatra. Today is 204th day of the year. There are then 161 days left in 2026. Today is 30th Thursday of 2026. Today is Guru Harkishan Jayanti. Guru Harkishan Jayanti is celebrated to commemorate the birth anniversary of Guru Harkishan Sahib Ji, the eighth Guru of Sikhism, who was born on July 7, 1656. He became a Guru at a very young age and is revered for his wisdom, humility, and deep compassion despite his tender age. Guru Harkishan Ji is especially remembered for his selfless service during a smallpox epidemic in Delhi, where he provided aid and healing to the sick without fear, ultimately sacrificing his own life at the age of just 8. His short but impactful life is a profound example of spiritual devotion, service to humanity, and fearless leadership. On this day, Sikhs across the world offer prayers, recite Gurbani, and participate in seva, selfless service in his honor. Today is National Broadcasting Day. National Broadcasting Day is observed in India on July 23 every year to commemorate the beginning of radio broadcasting in the country. On this day in 1927, the first ever radio broadcast was made from Bombay station under the Indian Broadcasting Company (IBC). Later it was taken over by the government and renamed All India Radio in 1936, playing a vital role in information dissemination, cultural promotion, and public service. Radio has since become a powerful medium, especially in rural and remote areas, offering education, entertainment, and emergency communication. National Broadcasting Day serves as a tribute to the enduring impact of radio and its evolution as a medium of mass communications in India. Today is Sojourners Day. World Sojourners Day is observed every year on July 23rd to raise awareness about Sjogren's syndrome, a chronic autoimmune disease that affects millions of people worldwide. Named after Swedish ophthalmologist Dr. Henrik Sjogren, who first identified the condition. This day highlights the struggles faced by those living with symptoms like dry eyes, dry mouth, fatigue, and joint pain. The condition often goes undiagnosed or misdiagnosed due to its overlapping symptoms with other illnesses. World Sjogren's Day aims to educate the public, support ongoing research, and encourage earlier diagnosis and better treatment options, improving the quality of life for those affected by this often invisible disease. Today is Sprinkle Day. Sprinkle Day, celebrated on July 23rd, is a fun and whimsical observance that pays tribute to the teeny, colorful confections known as sprinkles, which bring joy and a splash of color to deserts around the world. Whether they are rainbow, jimmies, chocolate strands, or non-perilous, sprinkles add a delightful finishing touch to cupcakes, ice cream, cookies, and more. This day is all about embracing creativity, playfulness, and a childlike sense of celebration in everyday treats. On a sprinkle day, people often bake or decorate sweets using sprinkles, share colorful creations on social media, and indulge in the simple happiness that these teeny toppings inspire. Today is International Yada 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 Day. International Yada 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 Day is celebrated on July 23rd as a light-hearted tribute to one of the most iconic catchphrases popularized by the TV show Seinfeld. The phrase "yada yada yada" became a cultural staple after being used in the show's 1997 episode to humorously skip over less interesting or awkward details in a story. The day encourages people to embrace humor, enjoy witty conversations, and celebrate the art of storytelling. Whether you are glossing over the boring parts or just having a laugh, it also serves as a nostalgic nod to Seinfeld fans and pop culture enthusiasts who appreciate how a simple phrase became part of everyday language. Today is National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. National Vanilla Ice Cream Day is celebrated on July 23rd in the United States to honor one of the most beloved and classic ice cream flavors, vanilla. Though often considered plain, vanilla is actually the foundation of many desserts and is cherished for its smooth, creamy texture and rich yet subtle flavor. Derived from the vanilla bean, this flavor has a long history and remains the most popular ice cream choice for many. On this day, ice cream lovers indulge in scoops of vanilla in cones, sundaes, milkshakes, or paired with pies and cakes, appreciating its timeless appeal and versatility. The celebration is a sweet way to cool down during the peak of summer. Today is National Georgia's Grandma Day. National Georgia's Grandma Day is celebrated on July 23rd each year to honor grandmothers and recognize their beauty, vitality, and wisdom beyond traditional stereotypes. Created by author Alice Solomon in 1984, the day encourages society to see grandmothers not just as elderly caregivers but as vibrant, active individuals with their own style, passions, and dreams. It celebrates their life experiences, love, and the important roles they play in families and communities. On this day, people show appreciation to their grandmothers with heartfelt messages, quality time, and gestures of love, reminding them that they are cherished and truly gorgeous, inside and out. Today is Peanut Butter and Chocolate Day. Peanut Butter and Chocolate Day, celebrated on July 23rd, is a delightful tribute to one of the most beloved flavor pairings in the world. The creamy, nutty richness of peanut butter perfectly complements the smooth, sweet decadence of chocolate, creating an irresistible combination enjoyed in countless desserts from peanut butter cups and brownies to milkshakes and cakes. This day encourages chocolate and peanut butter lovers to indulge in their favorite treats, try new recipes, or simply appreciate the magic that happens when these two iconic ingredients come together. It's a delicious celebration of comfort, nostalgia, and culinary harmony. Today is National Lemon Day. National Lemon Day, observed on July 23rd, celebrates the zesty, vibrant fruit known for its refreshing flavor, bright yellow color, and incredible versatility. Lemons are not only a staple in kitchens around the world, used in drinks, desserts, marinades, and cleaning solutions, but are also packed with vitamin C and health benefits. This day encourages people to enjoy everything lemony, from classic lemonade and lemon tarts to savory dishes with a citrusy twist. Whether you are squeezing it into tea or using its zest in baking, National Lemon Day is a cheerful reminder of how this small fruit adds a big burst of sunshine to our lives. Today is World Whale and Dolphin Day. World Whale and Dolphin Day is observed every year on 23rd July to raise awareness about the conservation of whales, dolphins, and other marine mammals. The day commemorates the 1986 decisions of the International Whaling Commission to ban commercial whaling, marking a major step toward protecting these magnificent ocean creatures. It also highlights the growing threats they face, including plastic pollution, ocean noise, climate change, habitat destructions, and illegal hunting. Whales and dolphins play a vital role in maintaining healthy marine ecosystems, making their conservation essential for the balance of ocean life. The day encourages individuals, organizations, and governments worldwide to support sustainable practices and work together to ensure a safer and cleaner future for these intelligent marine species. Today is National Replacement Day. National Replacement Day is observed annually on the fourth Thursday in July and encourages us to beat the summer heat by pausing to enjoy a refreshing drink or activity. Launched in 2015 by the Traveller Beer Company in Burlington, Vermont, the day originally celebrated chilled beers like their grapefruit, sandy, butterscotch, expanded to include cool beverages, icy snacks, and relaxing pastimes that help rejuvenate body and mind during the hottest midsummer period. It's a light-hearted reminder to slow down, hydrate, and take a well-deserved break amid life's hustle. Whether that's sipping lemonade by the pool, indulging in an acid tea, or simply chilling in the sun. Today is death anniversary of Sir William Ramsay, 2nd October 1852 to 23rd July 1916. Sir William Ramsay was a renowned Scottish chemist celebrated for his groundbreaking discovery of the noble gases, which significantly advanced the understanding of the periodic table. Born in Glasgow, he pursued chemistry with a passion that led him to isolate argon, neon, krypton, and xenon, fundamentally transforming the study of inert elements. His meticulous experiments and innovative techniques earned him the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1904. Recognizing his contributions to modern chemistry, Ramsay's work not only expanded knowledge of the chemical elements but also provided insight into atmospheric composition and chemical inertness. Throughout his career, he held prominent academic positions, including a professorship at University College London, mentoring future generations of chemists. Beyond his scientific achievements, Ramsay was admired for his dedication, precision, and intellectual curiosity. His discoveries continue to influence chemistry, physics, and industrial applications, securing its place as one of the pioneers of modern chemical science. Today is birth anniversary of Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak, 23rd July 1856 to 1st August 1920. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, popularly known as Lokmanya Tilak, was one of the greatest leaders of India's freedom movement and the pioneering advocate of Swaraj self-rule. Born as Keshav Gangadhar Tilak in Ratnagiri, Maharashtra, he was a brilliant scholar, teacher, journalist, lawyer, and social reformer who inspired millions through his fearless writings and patriotic ideals. He famously declared, "Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it," a slogan that became the rallying cry of the Indian independence movement. Tilak was a key member of the famous Lal Bal Pal trio alongside Lala Lajpat Rai and Bipin Chandra Pal and strongly opposed British colonial rule. He founded the newspapers Kesari, Marathi, and the Maharashtra English to awaken national consciousness and used public celebrations of Ganesh Utsav and Shivaji Jayanti to unite people against British rule. Tilak also played a leading role in launching the Home Rule movement in 1916 and worked closely with leaders such as Ani Besant. His influential book, The Arctic Home in the Vedas, reflected his scholarly interests, while his prison work, Gita Rahasya, emphasized the philosophy of selfless action, revered as the father of Indian non-waste by the British. Tilak's unwavering courage, nationalist vision, and lifelong dedications made him one of the most influential architects of India's struggle for independence, leaving an enduring legacy in the nation's history. Today is death anniversary of Sir Henry Hallett Dale, 9th June 1875 to 23rd July 1968. Sir Henry Hallett Dale was a distinguished English pharmacologist and physiologist whose research greatly advanced the understanding of the nervous system. He is best known for discovering the role of acetylcholine in the chemical transmissions of nerve impulses. His groundbreaking work helped establish the concept of neurotransmission, a cornerstone of modern neuroscience. In 1936, he shared the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine with Otto Loewi for their discoveries concerning chemical communications between nerve cells. Dalley's research laid the foundations for understanding how neurons communicate within the body. He also introduced a system for classifying neurons based on the neurotransmitters they release, a concept widely known as Dalley's principle. Throughout his career, he held several prestigious positions, including President of the Royal Society and Chairman of the Wellcome Trust. He was knighted for his outstanding contributions to science and medicine. Sir Henry Dale remains one of the most influential figures in pharmacology and neurobiology, and his discoveries continue to shape medical and scientific research today. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Cordell Hull, 2nd October 1871 to 23rd July 1955. Cordell Hull was a distinguished American politician, diplomat, and the longest-serving United States Secretary of State, holding the office from 1933 to 1944 under President Franklin D. Roosevelt. A member of the Democratic Party, he dedicated over 3 decades to public service, representing Tennessee in both the U.S. House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate. Before entering national politics, Hull served as a lawyer, judge, state legislator, and military officer during the Spanish-American War. As Secretary of State, he played a crucial role in shaping American foreign policy during the difficult years leading up to and during World War II. He was a strong advocate of the good neighbor policy, which strengthened relations between the United States and Latin American countries. Hull also championed international trade and was instrumental in passing the Reciprocal Trade Agreement Act of 1934, promoting lower tariffs and global economic cooperation. His greatest legacy was his leadership in helping establish the United Nations, an organization created to promote international peace and cooperation after World War II. In recognition of these remarkable contributions, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1945. Cordell is remembered as one of the architects of the modern diplomacy, whose visions for global collaborations continue to influence international relations today. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Jatindra Mohan Sengupta, 22nd February 1885 to 23rd July 1933. Jatindra Mohan Sengupta was a prominent revolutionary leader and nationalist figure in India's freedom struggle, widely revered for his fearless political activism. Educated at Hare School and Presidency College, Calcutta, and later trained in law at Downing College, Cambridge, he was called to the bar at Gray's in England. He served as president of the Cambridge Majlis in 1908, marking his early leadership abroad. On returning to India, he joined the Indian National Congress and played a major role in the non-cooperation movement, abandoning his legal career for national service. He was elected member of the Bengal Legislative Council 1923 and later became president of the Bengal Swaraj Party and Bengal Provincial Congress Committee in 1925. Sengupta also served as mayor of Calcutta 1929-1930, a significant civic achievement. He represented India at the Round Table Conference in England 1931 and exposed British atrocities with documentary evidence. Affectionately honored with the title Despriyo, beloved of the nation, by the people of Bengal. His legacy was officially recognized when the Government of India issued a commemorative postal stamp in 1985 in his and Milli Sengupta's memory. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Tarashankar Bandyopadhyay, 23rd July 1898 to 14th September 1971. Tarashankar Bandyopadhyay was one of the most celebrated novelists in Bengali literature, renowned for his vivid portrayal of rural Bengal, its people, traditions, and social transformations. Over an illustrious literary career, he authored 65 novels, 53 short story collections, 12 plays, autobiographies, essays, travelogues, and several songs, leaving an enduring mark on Indian literature. Actively involved in India's freedom movement during his youth, he participated in the non-cooperation movement, was arrested in 1930, and later devoted himself entirely to writing. His first novel, Chaitali Ghurni, was published in 1932, and he developed a close association with Rabindranath Tagore. Among his most acclaimed works are Garodevata, Hasuli, Hasuli Banker Upokatha, Kobi, and Arogya Nikatan, many of which were adapted into successful films. His literary excellence earned him the Rabindra Puraskar, Sahitya Academy Award, Jnanpith Award, Padma Shri, and Padma Bhushan, while he was also nominated for the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1971 and posthumously in 1972. Beyond literature, he served as a member of the West Bengal Legislative Council and later the Rajya Sabha. Tarashankar Bandyopadhyay passed away on 14 September 1971, but his timeless works continue to inspire leaders and remain an integral part of Bengali and Indian literary heritage. Today is birth anniversary of Dr. Henrik Samuel Conrad Sojogren, 23rd July 1899 to 17 September 1986. Dr. Henrik Samuel Conrad Sojogren was a distinguished Swedish ophthalmologist best known for identifying and describing the autoimmune disorder now known as Sjogren's disease, formerly Sjogren's syndrome. His groundbreaking work began after treating a 49-year-old woman suffering from arthritis along with severe dryness of the eyes and mouth, prompting him to investigate similar cases. In 1933, he presented 19 such cases in his doctoral dissertations, laying the scientific foundations for the recognition of the disease worldwide. Although his thesis initially received little appreciation and limited his academic career, the importance of his research was later widely acknowledged. In 1935, he established Sweden's first ophthalmology department in a regional hospital at Jönköping, significantly advancing eye care in the country. His work gained international recognition after his thesis was translated into English in 1943, leading to the disease being named in his honor. Sojagren also performed Europe's first successful cornea transplantations in 1957 and was later awarded the title of professor by the Swedish government for his exceptional medical contributions. He retired in 1967 and spent his later years in London, where he passed away in 1986. Today, Henrik Samuel Conrad Sojogrens is remembered as a pioneering physician whose research transformed understanding and diagnosis of autoimmune eye and gland disorders. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Chandrasekhar Azad, 23rd July 1906 to 27th February 1931. Chandrasekhar Azad's achievements lie not in formal awards but in his extraordinary revolutionary leadership and sacrifice for India's freedom struggle. He emerged as one of the most fearless revolutionaries of British India and became the commander-in-chief of the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association (HSRA) after reorganizing it from the Hindustan Republican Association. Azad played a pivotal role in reviving revolutionary activities after the Kakori case, keeping the movement alive when most leaders were executed or imprisoned. He was a key strategist behind major actions such as the Kakori train robbery 1925, the assassinations of John P. Sundar 1920 to avenge Lala Lajpat Rai, and the attempt on the Viceroy's train 1929. Azad was instrumental in ideologically steering the movement towards socialism, educating cadres using revolutionary literature. His exceptional skills as a marksman and trainer strengthened the revolutionary network, especially in Jhansi. Above all, his ultimate act of bravery, choosing death over capture at Alfred Park in 1931, cemented his legacy as a symbol of uncompromising resistance, courage, and patriotism, inspiring generations of Indians and earning him immortal status in India's freedom movement. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Vladimir Prilov, 23rd July 1906 to 7th January 1998. Vladimir Prilov was a renowned Russian Swiss chemist celebrated for his pioneering work in organic chemistry and stereochemistry. He made fundamental contributions to the understanding of the stereochemistry of complex molecules, including sugars and natural products, which advanced the field of structural chemistry. Prelog shared the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1975 with John Cornforth for the research on the stereochemistry of enzyme-catalyzed reactions. Throughout his career, he held prominent positions at ETH Zurich and contributed significantly to chemical innovations and research in Switzerland. He received numerous honors and awards, including the Lavoisier Medal, the Cothenius Medal, and membership in leading scientific academies, such as the Royal Society of London. Prelog authored several influential publications and mentored generations of chemists, shaping modern organic chemistry. His work laid the foundations for advances in pharmaceuticals, biochemistry, and molecular design. Even after his retirement, his research and teachings continued to inspire chemists worldwide. Vladimir Prelog is remembered as one of the most influential chemists of the 20th century, whose contributions have had lasting impact on science and medicine. Today is death anniversary of Captain Lakshmi Sahgal, 24th October 1914 to 23rd July 2012. Captain Lakshmi Sahgal, born Lakshmi Swaminathan on October 24, 1914 in Madras, was an extraordinary physician, freedom fighter, and leader of women's empowerment in India. After completing her MBBS and diploma in gynecology, she moved to Singapore in 1940, setting up a clinic to treat impoverished migrant laborers. Inspired by Subhash Chandra Bose, she became the commanding officer of the Rani of Jhansi Regiment, the INA's All-Women Combat Unit, and served as Minister of Women's Affairs in the Azad Hind government. In 1945, she was arrested in Burma but released in 1946 amidst growing nationalist fervor. After India's independence, she practiced medicine in Kanpur, aided partition-era refugees, and continued her service through relief efforts during the 1971 Bangladesh crisis. She later joined the Communist Party Marxist, co-founded the All Indian Democratic Women's Association, and was elected to the Rajya Sabha in 1971. Honored with the Padma Bhushan in 1998, she remained a dedicated advocate for the poor until her death on July 23, 2012, at the age of 97, donating her body and eyes to medical science. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Ernest Otto Fischer, 10th November 1918 to 23rd July 2007. Ernest Otto Fischer was a renowned German chemist whose pioneering research revolutionized the field of organometallic chemistry. Born in Munich, he studied chemistry at the Technical University of Munich after serving in World War II and earned his doctorate in 1952. Fischer became internationally recognized for his groundbreaking work on transition metal complexes, particularly for explaining the structure of ferrocene and discovering important sandwich compounds such as nickelocene and cobaltocene. His, re- his research also led to the discovery of Fischer carbenes and Fischer carbonates, which remain fundamental concepts in modern chemistry. Throughout his distinguished career, he published around 450 scientific papers and mentored numerous researchers who later achieved international prominence. In 1973, he shared the Nobel Prize in with Geoffrey, Geoffrey Wilkinson for their pioneering contributions to the chemistry of organometallic compounds. Fischer received numerous international honors and served as a respected professor at the Technical University of Munich, inspiring generations of chemists. He passed away on 23rd July 2007 in Munich at the age of 88, leaving behind a remarkable scientific legacy that continues to influence chemistry, material science, and industrial research worldwide. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Steven Weinberg, 3rd May 1933 to 3rd July 2021. Steven Weinberg was a highly influential American theoretical physicist known for his groundbreaking contributions to particle physics and cosmology. He shared the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1979 with Abdas Salam and Sheldon Glasgow for developing the theory that unified the weak nuclear force and electromagnetic force. Weinberg held the prestigious Jose Regental Chair in Science at the University of Texas at Austin, where he conducted extensive research in elementary particles and cosmology. His influential textbook, The Quantum Theory of Fields, is regarded as a classic in the field. He also authored popular science works like The First 3 Minutes, making complex ideas accessible to general readers. Over his career, he received numerous honors, including the U.S. National Medal of Science and the Benjamin Franklin Medal. Weinberg was a member of several prestigious institutions, including the National Academy of Sciences and the Royal Society. He also contributed to public discourse through essays and advisory roles in scientific and policy organizations. His work continues to shape modern understanding of the fundamental forces of nature. Today is birth anniversary of Wing Commander Padmanabha Gautam, 23rd July 1933 to 25th November 1972. Wing Commander Padmanabha Gautam, MBC and Bar VM, was one of the Indian Air Force's most decorated fighter pilots, renowned for his extraordinary courage and exceptional leadership in combat. Commissioned into the Indian Air Force in 1953, he first earned the Vayu Sena Medal for his distinguished service during the United Nations peacekeeping mission in the Congo in 1961. During the Indo-Pakistani War of 1965, he led several daring bombing and reconnaissance missions deep inside enemy territory, displaying remarkable skill and bravery, for which he was awarded the Mahavir Chakra. In the 1971 Indo-Pakistani War, He again demonstrated exceptional gallantry by leading precision airstrikes on strategic targets, including the Mianwali airfield and key railway installations, earning a rare but to the Mahavir Chakra. He became one of only a handful of Indian Armed Forces personnel to receive the Mahavir Chakra twice. Widely respected for his fearless flying, tactical brilliance, and devotion to duty, Wing Commander Gautam inspired generations of Air Force personnel. Tragically lost his life in an aircraft accident on 25th November 1972 after his MiG-21 suffered an engine failure shortly after takeoff. His unmatched service and sacrifice continue to be remembered as shining examples of courage, professionalism, and patriotism in the history of the Indian Air Force. Today is death anniversary of Mr. John Reuben Warren, 11th June 1937, 23rd July 2024. John Reuben Warren was an Australian pathologist and medical researcher whose groundbreaking work transformed the understanding of stomach ulcers. Along with Barry Marshall, he rediscovered the bacterium Helicobacter pylori in 1979 and demonstrated that it was the primary cause of most peptic ulcers, overturning the long-held belief that ulcers were mainly caused by stress and lifestyle factors. Educated at University of Adelaide, Warren spent much of his professional career at Royal Perth Hospital, where his careful observations led to one of the most significant medical discoveries of the 20th century. In recognition of their pioneering research, Warren and Marshall received the prestigious Paul Ehrlich and Ludwig Darmstadt Prize in 1997, followed by the 2005 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. Their work revolutionized the treatment of ulcer disease through effective antibiotic therapy, benefiting millions of patients worldwide. Warren was further honored as Companion of the Order of Australia in 2007 for his exceptional contributions to medical science. Remembered for his scientific curiosity, perseverance, and dedications, Robin Warren left a lasting legacy that transformed gastroenterology and modern healthcare. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Toshihide Masukawa, 7th February 1940 to 23rd July 2021. Toshihide Masukawa was a distinguished Japanese theoretical physicist whose groundbreaking contributions transformed particle physics. He was awarded one quarter of the 2008 Nobel Prize in Physics, shared with Makoto Kobayashi for discovering the origin of CP violations, a key explanation for broken symmetry in the Standard Model. His work predicted the existence of at least three generations of quarks, a theory later confirmed by the experimental discovery of the bottom quark. Moskva co-authored the seminal 1973 paper "CP violations in the renormalizable theory of weak interactions," one of the most cited papers in high-energy physics. This research led to the formulations of the Kobayashi-Masukawa matrix, a cornerstone of modern particle physics. He served as director of the Yakuwa Institute for Theoretical Physics from 1997 to 2003. Masukawa later became Director General of the Kobayashi-Masukawa Institute of Nagoya University and Director of the Masukawa Institute for Science and Culture at Kyoto Sangaya University. He was also a special professor and professor emeritus at Kyoto University, reflecting his academic eminence. His Nobel lecture, delivered in Japanese in 2008, symbolized both humility and intellectual depth. Moscow remains celebrated worldwide for his lasting legacy in explaining the fundamental structure of matter. Today is death anniversary of Dr. Sally Christine Reid, 26th May 1951 to 23rd July 2012. Dr. Sally Christine Reid was an American astronaut, physicist, and trailblazer who became the first American woman and the third woman in the world to travel into space. Born in California, she earned degrees in physics and English literature from Stanford University, later completing a PhD in physics in 1978. That same year, she joined NASA as part of its first astronaut class to include women. In 1983, at the age of 32, she made history aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger during the STS-7 mission, becoming the youngest American to fly in space. She successfully operated the shuttle's robotic arm and completed its second mission, STS-41G, in 1984, spending more than 343 hours in space. After leaving NASA in 1987, Reid became a professor and researcher, promoting science education and inspiring young people, especially girls, to pursue careers in STEM. She also served as the investigative commissions for both the Challenger and Columbia Space Shuttle disasters, making her the only person to serve on both panels. Sally Ride passed away from pancreatic cancer in 2012, but her pioneering achievements and dedications to science continue to inspire generations around the world. Your daily dose of wisdom ends here, but the journey never stops. Thank you very much for your patience. Request for like, subscribe, and share.